Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. So this T-Rex project ended up being huge. It came in for an audio and lighting upgrade, and we ended up rebuilding the entire bike. The bike had been to a few shops before the client purchased the bike, then a few shops after he purchased the bike, and it was just problems on top of problems. So we started taking it apart, and the whole thing it was bad. So first we couldn't pull the nose completely off because the headlight harnesses had no quick disconnects. Then the subwoofer enclosure that they built was forward firing instead of up or down firing. So whoever the passenger was, their feet would constantly be in the cone of the woofer. They used 2x4s to make a radio mount. They secured the subwoofer enclosure to the nose of the bike with sheets upon sheets of sound deadener. They tried to create a couple of brackets that didn't hold. There was drywall screws everywhere in the bike. The LED controller was under the driver's side seat mat. The rear view monitor just fell out of the roof. All the LED lighting was wrong. There was no fuses on the bike at all. Audio sounded terrible. Worked whenever it wanted to. So we gutted the bike. We stripped it down, took everything out, and started over from scratch. It took a while. The bike got here in September. We just finished up the bike this week. Big holdup was a couple of months was the customer wanted some really good custom lighting. So we had our fabricator in Pennsylvania build us some custom one-off rings. And it took a while to prototype it because we had to cut templates on the laser because we couldn't bring him the bike. We had it all in pieces and he didn't have time to come down. So we prototyped everything on our laser and we shipped him the prototypes. He mocked it up, shipped us the mock-ups. We adjusted it and shipped it back to him. Then he powder coated them, shipped them back. He did an amazing job. So this is a one-off set. He's going to be offering them now. I'll put a link to his Facebook page when I show you guys the lighting. So we took out the single DIN radio he had in there, and we went with the new Stinger Marine. It's weatherproof, and I like the fact that it's got built-in relays, so you control all the lighting on the bike. The bike has 4 zones of lighting, and there's 4 switches that control the lighting. We also converted the T-Rex to push start. So now it's push start with wireless key fobs. It's pretty cool. So now we custom built an up firing enclosure with a single 10. Fiberglass, the bottom of the enclosure to take advantage of as much room as we could in the front to give the woofer as much airspace as possible. I didn't want to build an enclosure for this bike because it was going to take up a lot of time, but I reached out to a bunch of the T-Rex guys, and none of them had the woofer enclosure in stock, so we had to build it. Pee-wee knocked it out in a couple of days. So we ended up running a pair of Sound Digital Evo X amplifiers, HKM Mini DSP. We upgraded his Optima battery, was no good, so we replaced it with a brand new Optima battery. Pulled out all the wiring, went with Stinger oxygen-free copper wiring, RCAs throughout the entire build. Cut out all the LED wiring, ran all new wiring. We kept his initial kit, and then we added our chasing kit on top of it. He can control all the zones separately. We got all the lighting back on the bike to work. It was a mission. It was a lot of work, but I feel good that we got the bike back together for him. We got everything working reliably. He had nothing but a bunch of issues. So now he gave us enough time. He gave us the whole winter to rebuild it and fix it. So now I think we built him something that's safe, reliable, dependable, and looks really good and sounds really, really good. So I'm going to show you a few of the steps that we had to take in the process to make it right. I'm glad he trusted us to fix it. Now he's good to go. Oh my God. I don't know who gets credit for this one. Wow. Wow. Bad. Come look.
He said you did this, Pee-wee.
Well, he wants us to rebuild the subwoofer enclosure because his wife keeps putting her foot through the subwoofer down here.
All I asked is to have my... Oh, you on the
I guess that's not doing anything. We got some 2x4s. And then you can't take the nose off because there's no quick disconnect on the headlight harness. So I guess that's as far as that nose is going. Eesh. And I guess they don't realize these get hot. So maybe that shouldn't be near there. That's definitely a first for me. That drywall screw is not supposed to be there. Oh my God. Somebody thought this was a good idea. That's the LED kit wiring. Oh my goodness. So, this is the dollar store cheap aluminum speaker wire that the second you get it wet, it disintegrates into dust in your hand. Some sort of plug for an LED that's not being used. I've never seen so many random different size screws. One there, one there. We have lines dangling here. We have a broken LED strip there. It's a shame because this is a really nice bike. We definitely got some fixing to do here.